The town buries more victims of Syria's civil war. 2 men were put into the earth here on this night. One had just turned 18. Both were civilians struck by shrapnel on the nearby streets. Their deaths were caused by a weapon banned by much of the world, cluster munitions, made in the Soviet Union decades ago, transferred to Syria, and then dropped squarely onto a neighborhood of families in their homes. This is C.J. Chivers reporting for the New York Times. Through collecting ordnance remnants and examining the telltale craters and unexploded submunitions, the New York Times documented a Syrian Air Force's cluster bomb strike on Maraa, a town with strong anti-government sentiments. More than 100 nations have agreed to outlaw cluster munitions, which are broadly considered to be inherently indiscriminate. Syria, like the United States, is not among them. These were PTAB 2.5s, each roughly the size of a 1-liter bottle. Their high-explosive shaped charges were designed to destroy tanks. Their effects on people caught in the open were devastating. On Thursday, December 12th, about 90 minutes before 2 journalists from the New York Times arrived, an aircraft released at least 3 dispensers containing PTABs on a pass over Maraa. At least one bomblet hit a legitimate target, a school where rebels meet, but dozens landed in areas that can be described only as residential. 4 civilians were killed, one of them a child. The local hospital treated 23 other patients, including 4 women and 6 children. The wounds ranged from minor to life-changing. The victims were hit at and near their homes, and at a water-filling point where residents regularly gather. The people of Maraa believe the cluster strike was intended as collective punishment. Maraa is the home of Abu Qadr al-Salah, a rebel field commander. Mr. Salah, known as Haji Maraa, has been the most prominent figure in the battle for Aleppo, Syria's largest city. Young, charismatic, and locally celebrated for courage and luck, he had been named just days before the strike as a leader in the reorganized Free Syrian Army. His supporters said the government especially hates him and the town that raised him, and targeted Maraa's population for its defiance. Soon after the strike, the unexploded bomblets were collected by local engineers working with the opposition. This was dangerous, a behavior any bomb disposal tech would discourage, but the men insisted. These bomblets and dispensers will be put to use. The engineers will remove the high explosive fill from the submunitions to build bombs against the army of President Bashar al-Assad. Mr. Assad's military has escalated steadily throughout the year, resorting to heavier and to indiscriminate weapons as rebels have gained strength. Some wonder where he will stop.
لسه جايو بدي استخدم كيماوي بدي دمر الكل اطفال نساء شيوخ كبار ما عندي ما بعرف شيء